Hi, my name is Darren. I'm the 2016 World Champion of Public Speaking. In this particular video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to evaluate your own performance when you have video recorded your own performance, whether it's a business presentation or whether it's a contest speech that you have delivered in front of a club or at a much higher level, the grand finals perhaps. In order to get the best out of your performance, it is really to evaluate your own performance. Now, first and foremost, many people feel extremely uncomfortable looking at themselves in front of the camera. But I would strongly recommend that you continue to do it notwithstanding that level of discomfort. Because when I first started out evaluating my own speeches, I did not start out looking at a video recording and loving myself during the video playback. But what really happened was I felt so uncomfortable that I told my friends and I told my mentor that, hey, I don't think that this is really for me. I just don't want to see myself. But my mentor and my friends encouraged me to press on. Now, those were the people who have tried this particular technique, and they have found that if they were to persist and push on, they managed to glean the most out of the experience. So I would like to convey the same advice and the same message to you all. At the end of the day, if you do feel a certain level of discomfort, that's perfectly fine, because that's the entire notion of stepping outside or out of your comfort zone. The moment you embark on that particular journey, you are ready and you're on your way to receive and glean huge amount of benefits. So let's get started with the 3 tiers of evaluation. When you video record your own performance and you play it back, the first thing that you would want to do is get ready a piece of paper. This is what we call the self-evaluation form. And on this self-evaluation form, it is important for you to include many different aspects or elements of an effective speech. We can of course have the non-verbal communication aspect, we can have the content strategies, and we can have the overall impression. The 3 tiers of evaluation proceeds as such. The first tier of evaluation begins with observing just the visuals of your presentation. What you can do is that as you play back, you mute that video recording. You mute that video. You don't listen to the audio and observe entirely your hand gestures and your body movements. When you're looking at the visuals alone, these are some of the things that you should look out for. Number 1, you should look out for what we call body language leakages. What exactly are body language leakages? These are body language cues that suggest your state of mind that you wouldn't want the audience members to see. For example, some people, when they get extremely nervous and when they are holding a pencil on an object, it amplifies the shaking of their hands. Now, these things are actually being captured. Some speakers, when they speak, they tend to rub the side of their pens. These are what we call body language leakages. Some speakers tend to, of course, shift their body weight from one leg over to the other. This is what we call the classic swaying exercise. Or they have certain hip rotation which may seem rather awkward. These are things you should look out for. So that's the first one, body language leakages. The second thing that you should look out for would be your hand gestures. Now, when you do hand gestures, make sure that these hand gestures, they're at the belly button area. If it's too low below the belt, then obviously it will not look good. Audience members are distracted, either to look at your hands or your face, because there's a huge distance. If your hands are too high at the chest level or the sternum level, then your shoulders would be raised, and this shows that you are tensed or very nervous. Therefore, my advice would be drop the shoulders and gesticulate at the belly button area. Third thing that you want to look out for would be your head, body and leg alignment. Are your feet pointing in another direction while your body is facing the audience members? Because this again could be indicative of you being uncomfortable in that particular setting. That said, body language cannot be taken in isolation. Just like we cannot interpret the entire sentence by focusing on one word, we shouldn't interpret the entire body language that's being conveyed, the message conveyed, just by looking at one particular body language cue. It should be a holistic assessment. The second tier of evaluation would be this time around, you don't look at the visuals, you just listen to the audio. Tune in to the voice and watch out for the diction, the pronunciation, enunciation, the vocal variety, whether there are 3 key variables of speech, the speed, the pitch, and the volume, and of course, pausing with power. And the last tier of evaluation is when you play it back, you play back everything, looking at the visuals and the audio, whether as a holistic whole, it looks sound, comfortable, and pleasing to the eyes. I hope that has been useful to you. If you would like to learn more, click here to subscribe, or in the alternative, you can watch my articles and follow me on Facebook by clicking on this link. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you.